All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on second down, Tracy. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Sony Michel, his first carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28.
Check. Lucky. Switch. Hey, Mike 51.
Get 300. We need you done.
Let's keep moving.
We need you done.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Mike. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
50.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Bravo.
Mike 50, Mike.
We need you.
Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. sack back at the 38. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's third down. Third and long.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Protein spill.
Check 31. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, Delta.
57. Mike, 57.
Lead grip.
2nd and 6. Now he's forced out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Hey, Hayward. Look at me. Zipper. Now.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Tracy. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First down. 1st and 10 and the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Take 4, take 4.
2.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
60 or.
Watch the pass.
On third down. Logan. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Logan. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right? If
they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Check. Press down. Back one.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And it should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
10-2 start.
3 butt.
Hey, orbit.
They'll try the right side with Henry. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Henry. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On 1st and 10, Tracy. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Tracy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tonight, 55, tonight, 61, Matchbox lights.
Hey, check Mike.
See ya.
Watch 55.
Tonight,
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
and coming.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to kick it away.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
319. Over.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
58. 54. You ain't inside.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the slant.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. In your face. 50. Mike's 50.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. The 20, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
25 yards that time.
First down. 18. 54.
Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap.
A give to Michelle running right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, take 26.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
26. Take 30. Hey, Zoo.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On first down, Sanders. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
I got tripped this side.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. From 21 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Tracy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
55's mine, guys, 55.
To throw again. Tracy. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Tracy under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Tracy. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Back north.
54, Mike. 54, Mike.
Go. 54.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Check 52.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and run forward with counter. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Rodgers now on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Pilot, 64, weak. Clear Mike. 5.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, foxtrot.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Check 43.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards.
That's it, baby.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Tracy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they'll get this down to the 10. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team.
And his pass is intercepted. Now Brown, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. So don't say nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they run with Michelle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Mike's 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Working from the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 21 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Check safety, check.
Rodgers now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Here we go. Hey, 50, Mike's 50. Wants to run. They're running.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to Toronto. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Jump out!
55. Right there.
Rodgers again now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rodgers throwing on third and long. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Tracy. He's got the hook up with Conley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes just...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point. And this is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check 50. Hey, you climb over here.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much Not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tracy, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Darren Waller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, one set.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, flag. Whip.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off. Let's get off.
On first down, Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
To number 16. A gain of 15. And the Packers first down.
Check me out. Check me out.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers.
Check nickel.
Inside.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
27.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Tracy is going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 3rd down, Tracy, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Ready? 60 out long. Hey, stay off that.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.